Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church in Columbia, South Carolina, where we're part of the ELCA. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. Today we are continuing our year-long series of 1 week a month, considering the people the church remembers and commemorates during that month. The thing is, I have noticed, and I suspect you have too, that many of these folks are from Europe or other parts of our world, and most of them lived quite a while ago. Today we want to consider a father and son who are a little closer to home, Henry Melchior Muhlenberg and his son Peter Muhlenberg. While you have likely never heard of Henry Melchior Muhlenberg, if you are a Lutheran in the United States, he is foundational for the heritage of faith you enjoy. Muhlenberg was ordained as a Lutheran pastor in Germany in 1739, and soon thereafter answered a call from some colonists in Pennsylvania to come and serve as their pastor, arriving in 1742. Since most pastors in the colonies were lay ministers at the time, the people were very desirous to have an educated and trained pastor. With Muhlenberg, they got that and more. In fact, as one resource says, he essentially organized the Lutheran Church as an institution in North America. As he served his congregation in Trapp, Pennsylvania, he also began providing leadership to churches in Maryland and New York, training clergy and starting new congregations for settlers. He created the first Lutheran synod in the colonies, worked to help create a uniform liturgy for worship in those churches, wrote the constitution the churches used, and got a hymnal printed for their use. Muhlenberg served as a pastor in the colonies for 45 years, during that time providing leadership in churches from New York to Georgia. He served not only German-speaking churches, but also worshiping communities from the Netherlands and from England, and did so in their native languages. He arbitrated disputes between Lutherans and then between Lutherans and other religious groups. He is described by many as the founding father of American Lutheranism. Henry Muhlenberg was married to a woman named Anna, and they had 11 children, many of whom became congressmen, governors, and pastors. One of those sons, Peter, has a fascinating story all his own. Peter was educated well and eventually ordained, serving a congregation in Pennsylvania, and then moving to a church in Woodstock, Virginia. He also had extensive military experience. When the Revolutionary War came along, all the townspeople in Woodstock were wondering which side their pastor would come down on. Would he be a Tory supporting the British Empire, or would he side with the Revolution? On January 21st, 1776, Reverend Muhlenberg took his sermon text from the 3rd chapter of Ecclesiastes, which starts with, "To everything there is a season." After reading the 8th verse, "A time of war and a time of peace," he declared, "And this is a time of war." He removed his clerical robe to reveal his colonel's uniform in the Continental Army. Outside the church door, the drums began to roll as men turned to kiss their wives and then walked down the aisle to enlist. And within half an hour, 162 men were enrolled. The next day, he led out 300 men from the county to form the nucleus of the 8th Virginia Regiment. The Muhlenberg family founded colleges and served in important government posts from then until the current day. They have left us a powerful legacy of faith. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.